Hey guys, Remy here from RCS Geelong. Today we're going to be fitting an adjustable panhard bar to this VN. And once we've got that set up and the diff sitting where I want, I'm going to roll the guards and then give it a little bit more clearance in a few different spots. If I can, I'll show you what I mean. VNs have like your normal lip like that, but above it, it actually has a bit of metal in here. So we're going to form that so that the wheel can have maximum clearance, because he's got some nice aero wheels that he's just purchased to put on the car, and he wants to be able to put them on and have it nice and low without it scrubbing or cutting into the tyres. So yeah, let's get this thing on the hoist and get into it. So there's the adjustable panhard bar that we're replacing. So obviously factory, they're just set to us, to a height. So then, they obviously thought they didn't need to be adjustable or whatever. But now that we're lowering it a lot more than it was factory, it's good to be able to move the diff around and get it back in the center. Now I'm going to do this trying to hold the camera. Hold up, here we go. So above the lip here, if I just roll this guard, there's actually here, this comes out, so it's tucked in there. Then this actually ends up coming out probably, I don't know, 15 to 20 mil. So what I'm going to do is make a slice up here, and a slice up the other side, and then just fold that in so that it gives it full clearance for the wheel to go up and down without hitting that. Otherwise, basically by the time you roll that guard, it's nearly pointless because it's just going to hit there anyway. And then I just bolt in another bit, and I've got to be super careful doing that because obviously the outside of the guard's not far away. It's a bit of a tedious job, but it's going to make it better for the customer so he gets full clearance inside here. I just wish I could get a bit better of an angle on this so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, can't really get a very good angle. Anyway, I thought that might happen, so I'll show me rolling the guard and whatever I can, but you probably won't see much of that. And plus, I'll be so nervous because, like, literally, I reckon there's probably there's this much. So realistically, there's probably like 10 mil between the guard and that. So if I slip with the grinder, I could potentially come through that panel, which would not be good. Not be good at all. So now that I've removed the springs out of the back of the car, what I want to do is, with the standard wheels on, just to give me a bit of an idea, I'm going to jack the diff all the way up into the car, and then we can measure how far the axle's been pushed across, and then that way when we put the adjustable panhard bar, we know roughly how far we've got to adjust it up, and then that'll give me a good idea of how much room we need to make as far as clearance in here for the new wheels. Because, like, ideally, like I said to this guy, with a VN, you could just chuck a VL diff in it, which will bring the wheels in, and then that way you could just get the offset to suit, and then the wheels are in better position. But he's already got a built diff that he just bought in this car, so we're sort of where we are, because this isn't the ideal. Usually you would just roll the guard, and then whatever wheel clearance you need, you do inwards by mini tubbing it or doing full tubs, etc. This isn't the best way, but this is the way that we're going with this car, just because he's already bought his diff and he already has the wheels and whatnot. So yeah, give it a jack up now, and I'll show you guys just how far out a diff is if you don't have an adjustable panhard bar, and why it's so important to get one if you have a solid axle diff like this. plenty of clearance here, you can run your hand through without the guards rolled or anything. But yeah, when you come around the other side, boom, look at that, can't even put my finger in there. So that's why we need to get the diff setting center. And then once we've got the diff setting center, then we can roll the guards to suit and adjust it to make these wheels fit. These are also only a 205 tyre, and we're going to a 225 on them. Yes, now we've had a look at the okay, how we need to set everything up. We want to remove the old panhard bar. This is just a 19mm and a 19mm on that side, and then it's a 19mm down this end. Undo that, pull it out. Now that we've got our old par out, we can go ahead and get our new one ready. So a couple of bushes we've got to put in there, and then that's, so as you can see, that's this knuckle here, whatever you want to call it. It's got thread on it, so we can adjust this bar in and out to suit. So what we'll do is we're going to set it up the same as that bar, and then I want to adjust it about 10mm back, and then we'll see how that sits, and then we can leave that loop loose without doing up the locking nuts in the car, and then get it perfect once it's in place, but at least we'll have it roughly right. There you go, come on in. Just had to go out the front to get this strap so I can pull the diff across to get the panhard bar on. And a couple doors up is a catering business, and they had these coconuts, and she must have had to break them or whatever. And she reckons that she looked around to make sure no one was there, and I must have walked out just after she did that, and she's there piffing them at the ground, having a joyous old time. And I was like, "You're a bit angry, are you?" And she's like, "No, I didn't think anyone was around." I'm like, "Oh, it looks like fun, you know." But yeah, it's pretty funny to catch her in the act. So I'm happy with that. I've got about 15mm now from the edge of the tyre to the side of the guard. So theoretically, from the edge of the tyre to where, once I've rolled the guard, I should have closer to about 20 to 23mm. And we're only coming out another, that's a 205 and they're 225. So we're only coming out an extra 10mm each way. So at the moment, the rim would probably be sitting on that edge. But if I roll that around and then create some clearance up here, we should be able to roll around theoretically. If you wanted to bag this in the future, you could roll around and head out. So I think that's a pretty good outcome. I will roll the guard now and just check clearances and see how much I've got to do, and I'll prep before I actually roll the guard. I want to get in there and prep all this area because it's going to be harder to get my grinder and stuff in there once I've rolled the guard, but I'll get it all prepped, roll the guard, and then I'll do what I've got to do to the top part. Normally, been in the guard for 5 seconds. I'm already covered in shit. Been wire wheeling all the, want to get all the grime and shit from the inside of the guard. Probably couldn't see where I just went, but yeah, all the grime and stuff from the inside of the guard, so that when I roll everything, do everything, it's all not going to be creasing into rocks and crap. So as you can see, well, let me, this camera so it makes more sense to me. Right, so as you can see here, needs a little bit more work still. Over the back has got that edge there, but that seems to be fine. But yeah, it needs to be rolled. Needs to be rolled in here just a little bit more. The only thing I'm finding, the owner told me that this is factory paint, but I'm actually finding that there's a little bit of bog along the edge here. And yeah, it's definitely been, paint's been blown in that. It's not sticking in there properly, but yeah, we've certainly got a lot more clearance. I'm gonna measure it in a sec. We had before, but as you can see, like, the back here's got plenty of room, but as you get around to the front, it's just, I want to give that just a bit more, but it's bloody thick there, to be honest. So at the very worst, I can't remember what it was before, but at the very worst we've got 25mm clearance from the side of the tyre to the guard, but we've actually got close to 30mm at the bottom edge, but obviously the guard still goes up on an angle, so yeah, I think that's plenty. Like I said, we've got a 205 on here now. I'm putting a 225 on there. Obviously it is a bigger diameter. This is only what, 15, and they're 19s or 20s, but obviously then you get a smaller profile tyre, so the rolling diameter won't be stupidly different. But I do think that I will have to do something up front here. But the fact that we've managed to achieve before, it was like you couldn't even fit your finger on one side and had a gap on the other. I think we had 5 or 10mm from the actual edge to the tyre, to the guard. Now we've got 25 to 30mm, so we've achieved quite a lot. Plus I'll also, up in here, I've dressed the metal so that like factory it comes up and then goes like that. So now it's all panel beaded it all inside, so now it's just a smooth curve like that, which is much better. You know, if the tyre does happen to hit it, it's only just going to be, it's not going to cut it. I was just speaking to the owner, and it's got factory shocks in it, so I was like, you really should have lowered shocks in there, being that you got a lowered spring. So he's going to drop some in, so I'm just going to remove these rear shocks now and get it ready, and then that way when he comes in I can just swap them out. Because the trick is, it's easy to undo the bottom shock by yourself, but when you undo that top nut, it's nice to have someone holding this part of the bottom part of the shock. So I'm going to loosen these bolts off so they're just sitting in there. And then I'll get that nut ready to go off, and then when he comes in I'm actually going to G him up to give me a hand for 2 seconds so that we can swap him over. So I didn't get any of that on film, I don't think, but the owner was in here helping me swap the shocks and stuff over, but he was a bit camera shy. He's like, is that thing on? Because I'm a bit camera shy, but it's all good. He's a good cut, but yeah, anyway, I'll show you what we just did. So we just put some Petters lowered shocks in it. And obviously, you know, you want to have lowered shocks when you got a lowered car. It had factory shocks before. So yeah, we've done the shockers, we've done the adjustable panhard bar, and yeah, now we're good to put it on the ground, and yeah, I'll get some footage of it with the wheels and stuff on.